Hello? Oh, that's a bad sign. Not only do I feel like that's way too loud, I also feel. Okay. There we go. Like the title says, we are going to just chill out. We are not going to freak out for any particular reason.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. Running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab.
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man.
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone.
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
Okay.
Welcome, young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose.
Oh,
When
that
you're
is
ready to
that is.
begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
Oh, there he is. Okay, that is weird. WASD doesn't quite work the way that you think it does. S makes you move very slowly, which I guess makes a sense for a game like this. It's X that moves you backwards.
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to read.
Customize controls. Da-da-da-da-da. What are these?
Reach the top of the platform without being seen.
What?
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them. Good. Proceed down this corridor for your next test. Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
Very good. I did not hear you traverse the room.
Beyond this door is a hallway that will lead you to your next task. Now get your weapons. To pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword, and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice. Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets.
I couldn't exactly
Practice if
sleep.
you wish. When you are
It's a
ready to
little past
proceed,
midnight.
Approach the training dummy and ready your sword.
I'm stressed. I'm trying to not stress out right now. Hi, Sammy. Also,
Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice dummy.
Yeah, I was gonna play a horror game, but then I realized that would be a very bad idea, actually.
Good job. You're ready for a live opponent. To practice against your partner, enter the cobbled sparring area.
There was this horror game called Psycho Pump that I played last night, and that was like a Benadryl overdose simulator, and that would not be a very helpful vibe right now. Now we're just fighting these origami dudes.
Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area.
Get out of here.
That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment before we move on, young Garrett? Please pick up all of the items on this table.
I played this game when I was like 5 or 6. It was one of the few games that I remember my parents got back when they still played games.
Then you may proceed. The next
I never
test
got
is
very
located
far
on
in
the
it,
side.
much like most games I had as a kid.
But the key from the table will open it. To unlock the door,
Dude, shut the
select
hell
key
up.
in your inventory. Center the door on screen until it lights up. Then use the key on the door.
Why did you need all those extra words for key door?
Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test. Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform.
Oh, with the
Grab
Santa
ground
Claus
and then
thing?
jump across the gap to the other side. of the
That
screen. Good
didn't
job.
look very good.
This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job. I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping. Or
I'm
swinging,
also
ducking, leaping, or crawling. When
very
you're
much
finished,
past
you may return to your chambers by going
anything
towards
to
the
do
door.
with The Rock at this point. So it's not like it's something that I would be seeing even if even if I thought it looked decent. Oh, hooray! That timing was like I won for throwing a potted plant. That's a fair point, but yeah. I see very few films, and 90% of the ones I do see are like comic book movies. I've been trying to branch out more.
I have a simple job planned for this evening. Break into a guarded mansion, steal another fat noble.
And I don't really have enough money to be seeing movies like every week. But I do want to, because my knowledge bank of movies is woefully inadequate, I do want to catch up on movies that I should have seen a long time ago next year. I know I haven't seen Fant4stic. I'll put that on the list for my New Year's resolution. Even though that's not really a movie I would say that I missed out on.
The piece Cuddy wants is a scepter. Silver, jewels, the usual adornments.
I thought I got away with it because they took Fant4stic off of Disney Plus, but I think they just moved it to HBO Max, which I also have.
Hard and far from his servants. No point in waiting. I have Cuddy's old sketches of the place and everyone who's going to be asleep inside already.
I don't think I'm gonna like write out reviews, but I am gonna try to watch like 3 movies a year from that list next year. Not 3 movies a year, 3 movies a week. That's probably gonna be hard to keep up, but and I'll just talk about them on like a little culture corner segment. And Fant4stic can be on there for sure. How much do water arrows cost? Ideally, we won't need healing potions at all. And water arrows are extremely useful. I want to call it Culture Corner because I want to watch like the first movie I want to watch for Culture Corner is like Ernest Goes to Jail or something, just because that would make me laugh and no one else. I haven't heard of Rumors. A lot of contenders for worst movie came out in a row, like the past month or so. I didn't see Joker 2. I didn't see... I feel like there was one after that. I didn't see Harold and the Purple Crayon. because I'm not supporting MAGA dipshits.
A few too many to try to get by here.
You have piqued my attention. I'm not gonna I'm just gonna see what the poster is, and that's about it. What the what? We might. Okay. That didn't make any sense. Sure, we can do the synopsis failed to explain much of anything, so we can try the trailer.
This is a very exciting find.
So what is this? It's quite gruesome.
This is an example of what we call bog bodies, mummified from the Iron Age.
You see, his penis has been severed and hung around his neck.
Sounds like a man to me.
I think that's enough. I think we got. I think we get the gist. I don't know if I was committed to watching all of that anyway. Oh, 1.9, huh? Out of 1.9 out of 5, huh? Starring a bunch of people who have no business being here. Which is kind of, I watched the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie recently. I had never seen it before, even though I'm a big Buffy fan. And that also kind of starred a bunch of people who had no business being in the movie. And also a bunch of up-and-comers. I don't know what is going on with Cate Blanchett. Borderlands was technically, which she was also in, but that was technically filmed like 4 years ago. So like, that's not like a recent development. So I don't know what's going on with her. Are we inside the premises? I don't know what's... And I know that we should... That, the people who were in Game of Thrones, that it does them no great service to define them as being on Game of Thrones, but it feels like we're still casting people who were on Game of Thrones just to give it some, you know, actual weight to it. Well, I've been reading, to get away from movies, I've been reading the old Milestone comics. And that's been a pretty good time. I think I lost some health by falling. That's the comic imprint that had like Static Shock in it.
How's it going?
Hang on. We gotta take care of him. Now I am a white male presenting person who was born after these comics came out and was like raised into 2000s, so I can't.
Still, it'd be nice to get the drop on him.
I can't fully appreciate the impact that a comic focusing on people of color had back then. but I'm trying to get there like mentally so I can appreciate it more. I'm thinking about doing a video like recapping them, and I don't want to come across as like disrespectful of like the perspective of the people that were actually being seen by these comics, you know. I'm trying to read every comic they put out, and I just read the crossover where they crossed over with the Superman family of comics. Get out of here. If this game proves clunky, we'll just go to Baldur's Gate 3 and try to seduce our demonic waifu. What the hell was that, Garrett? Okay, we can cover our ground pretty quickly, I think.
It's a few too many to...
There's not a quick save button, is there?
Try to get by here.
F11 is a weird quick save button. You would think that a professional thief would be better at jumping. But the Milestone Comics actually, it was the first African American owned comic book imprint, and they maintained complete ownership over their characters. They're owned by DC, but DC can't use them without their creators' permission, which is like an unheard of deal at the time. Yeah, well, there was this cool documentary, but that is hard to find now, even though it's only like 2 years old. But it was about the creation of the imprint and how basically one of the 4 people that created it was like 1990 or 1991, and he had been wondering like where all the black superheroes are, essentially, and like he had found out that there had been an initiative by DC to create more characters of color, and then they hired a bunch of white people to do it. So
Still, it'd be nice to...
So he was like, well, shit. And then he discovered, I think someone told him about Public Enemy. He discovered what hip-hop is, and he listened to that record, and he was like, well, now is the time. Oh, I should have checked his body. That makes more sense.
Could you possibly be any more helpful?
Okay. And the highlights so far are an Icon who is basically Black Superman, except he's like a black conservative, and he has a teen sidekick, Rocket, whose idea it was for him to be Icon in the first place. But anyway, in the like the third issue, like in the opening story arc, ends with revealing that
Inside.
Rocket is pregnant. And this is like 1993. And she's like 16. And she ends up going to getting advice from everyone she knows, and even Icon kind of goes against what you would expect from him and gives her money to get an abortion, and she gets really pissed off at him because he was the one person she expected that to tell her to keep the baby, which is what she wanted to do anyway. Hang on, I hear somebody. Okay. So water arrows are very useful. Oh. Is this torch waterproof? Is that what's going on? I guess so. Oh, I have the wrong arrows selected. That would make more sense. Must have been rats that took out a torch. I don't remember. I think you do get like penalized off of your pay for killing your enemies. And there's no reason to not take out every torch we see. But unfortunately, they have steampunk shit in here. And there's a comic from the Static comic. There's an issue where there's this anti-Semitic terrorist going around, and Static actually kind of sides with him. He doesn't side with the violent part of the rhetoric, but he ends up repeating some like anti-Semitic talking points, and his parents basically ground him and just yell at him for like a day until he stops and realizes what he's done wrong. Because Static is a good kid. He also just fucks up like kids do. I never actually watched the Static Shock cartoon. Yeah, it was never. I don't think we had the channel that it was on. But that's kind of like. But I intend to watch that after I'm through with the comics, because it's kind of since the show was run by the same creator, it's kind of just a further refining of the concept. And the imprint had a trans character. They were part of a gang, the Blood Syndicate, who was a super powered gang, but they were there. They had a gay character and a trans character. And they had a talking dog. It's a weird book. Actually, do I have... I took some out of context panels for my from my live read. Do I have any of those? Give me a second. Knowing the context to these like barely helps. I've also been I read the Judd Winnick Outsiders from DC Comics recently, which was like in the mid 2000s. Let's see. Oh, I know that there's another one. Oh yeah. This is just show and tell right now. I mean, at least I'm showing you something better than that fucking. What was that movie called? Rumors. It looks better than that. Okay. Oh, that's not the right picture. Oops. Nah, I was just getting set up. Hang on. That's a different out of context panel. That is Morph from the Exiles, which the Exiles comic kind of aged poorly, as I discovered recently. So there's a Rat Man comic calling someone a homosexual. Let's see. There's a dog telling the rock lady that she's too depressing. And there was so a bunch of people got powers at this like gang meetup where all the gangs showed up to like fight each other, and then tear gas, experimental tear gas was used on them, and some of them got powers. And there was this kid that tried to like go back to school and get his life on straight, but the principal of the school is a dickhead and had him expelled. So the kid obviously turned into a dinosaur and tried to eat him. And in case you were wondering, yes, they did make a Barney joke. And while we're here, actually, I have another morph related panel. Where is it? Well, they actually I can show this. They turned it into the where is it? There we go. They turned the Barney joke into the cover. He doesn't really love you. Anyway, I might switch to the Punisher game because that one has been very funny. The Punisher game from 2004 that got banned in certain countries. But Exiles was a surprising goldmine of out of context quotes. I'm gonna put that up there while I pull up the emulator. I've never played it before. It's very funny. That's not the right save state. So to be clear, that's a joke. He's talking to Morph, who is the whitest guy possible. But yeah, that is very funny to show people out of context. Come on, Frank, show up on the stream, please. There we go. So we teamed up with Black Widow, and then we have to. Actually, wait, no. I stopped reading the Exiles because I got jump scared. There is one more panel I have to share. I got jump scared by a name. And suddenly, that's the wrong one. Suddenly, Chuck Austin popped up, and I was like, "Oh dear, no, thank you." Don't shoot, he's not black.
Let the girl go.
You have seen too many action movies. I told you not to come. I will crush you.
Okay, let's try that again. I forgot what the fire button was. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
Let the girl go.
You have seen too.
Thank you. I must sit down.
No time. We need to get off this boat right now.
Don't shoot, he's not black seems like a great big oversight to have been made in something that recent. I assume when I saw that clip going around, I assumed that was from like DBZ Abridged or something.
Welcome to America.
So I think Black Widow, we split up to like look for a nuke, and I think Black Widow got the ship that the nuke was on, and we just saved some girls that were being trafficked. I know it was referring to Goku Black, but they could have still chosen chosen a better way to go about it. That didn't have to happen, is my point. I'm assuming that this game was censored in Australia because they like banning things too. But the censoring is interesting in this game, which we'll see in a second.
Now that I know the nuke is back on Grand Nixon Island with Kreekhoff, I need to rearm, patch the holes in my Kevlar, and finish the rest of Jones' cookies.
I think this is like vaguely a sequel to the 2004 Punisher movie that I've never seen.
So you and the Black Widow hit the
And is also an adaptation of Garth Ennis's first run on Punisher.
On vacation.
Yeah. Anyway, you wiped out the Russian facilities on the docks, including a tank they'd somehow smuggled.
But we met Black Widow. That was a grand old time.
And then you intercepted an incoming Russian freighter and blew it right out of the water. What were you doing?
The black and white zoom in.
Someone named Kreekhoff, Castle?
But the black and white
Here's one nasty
zoom in doesn't hide anything. Like we had our boot to this man's head on a curb.
Ripping through his Russian mercs like that?
You can't tell me that we didn't just
Kreekhoff, Grand Nixon Island.
You can't tell me that he didn't just curb stomp that man, or he didn't just push that man's face into a saw. You know?
After you, didn't he?
Now, why would you just open your apartment door without first checking to see who was there?
The interrogations are the funniest part to me. There's one where you like are trying to scare someone under a bunch of kitchen knives, and you like shake it to like scare them. Except I accidentally shook it too much, and they just fell on their head and impaled their face.
Must have made another batch of cookies.
It was awesome.
Hello, big boy.
Oh, hi. I was wondering if the Russian would show up.
Any last requests, big boy?
Please stop calling me that. Are you gonna pick up your guns, or? I haven't seen any of the Punisher movies. Sadly. I don't know if that's sad or not, but... Go away! Oh yeah, I did know that he made that short film that was basically that was an unofficial Punisher thing, but I never saw it. What is the deal? This feels like I should not have taken that break from playing this.
You are a trial. I give you that.
Am I supposed to grab him when he stuns himself? This is a very dignified battle. I'm the, hang on. There we go.
Punisher playing Rust!
Okay, I think I get the drill. But the John Bernthal, I think, is the best iteration for sure. His actual series was a little uneven. And I've got, because I think because of why is the Russian caked up? That can't just be me. That is actually crazy.
Your best shot. Let's have it.
Because I think the controller is not doing great. Get Let me try this. There we go. It was very polite of him to wait politely for me to kill him, because the Punisher has become kind of like a politically charged idea that I think just doing straightforward Punisher stories is something that you have to be careful when you do it, which is why I think that the Netflix series focused on the military conspiracy angle as much as it did. I saw actually I forget what they're called, but they sell these things that go into your seatbelt. That basically, so you put it in your seatbelt socket so that the seatbelt light goes off, but you don't actually have to wear a seatbelt. You know, just in case you're a shithead. But anyway, I saw someone selling those that had the Punisher skull on them. It was like, man, that seller really knows their audience.
Kriegkopf's got it coming to him, and I'm gonna deliver it. Not sure how I'll get to Grand Nixon Island, but I'll find a way.
Ooh, we have a sniper rifle now, I think.
And he was gone, just like that?
Man, I'd hate to meet him in a dark alley. You might, though, someday, Frank.
Krikov sent the Russian after you, so you decide to settle with Krikov.
Where did you find a pilot dumb enough to fly you out to Grand Nixon Island, Frank?
Well, you found someone. Then you bailed out over the island. I understand you ran into an old friend.
Unfortunately, they did not adapt the part in the comics where the female mob boss got all of her limbs eaten off by bears. She just got murdered like normal. What the hell are we wearing? Why?
Hold together, baby. Hold together.
Kriegkopf's brought the worst of Russia together in one place. Special forces, mercs, hitmen, sadists and killers. Every one. None of them are gonna save him. He sent the Russian to hit me at home. Now it's my turn. Will we reach Grand Nixon before this thing falls apart.
You betcha. This baby's
I wonder why they didn't censor the Russian part when we were torturing him. I guess because he didn't. I guess because he didn't die on screen. They didn't feel like censoring it, even though we were absolutely brutalized. They don't censor because you can do quick melee kills, and you there's one where you just put a knife under a man's chin and through his brain. They don't censor any of that shit.
This path should lead to Krieghoff's base. Gatehouse and a pair of towers. A couple of snipers in the towers.
Oh, I see. That was not the right button. I'm glad nobody heard that.
I must urinate. I will return soon.
Snipers in the towers. Oh, I see him. Thank God these people are deaf. Is he gonna come back up the stairs, or? But I've killed I think 800 people in this game so far. It rules. It's so good. Oh, there is an extra zoom in. That would have been good to know earlier.
He isn't invincible. Take him.
Did I shoot him in the dick?
Starting to feel right at home.
I think this is a little more our speed right now. It does remind me of a game that I played once when I was really high, called Dead to Rights, and I kind of want to give that a try. I do need to take someone hostage to get my health back, though. Punisher Gear Solid Snake Eater.
Snipers ahead.
Well, shit. How did that not get anybody? Who are you? But the finishing moves remind me of Dead to Rights, the little I played of it.
I'm shooting! But who attacks? Who knows of this island?
It does not matter, so long as they die
Probably like 5 to 6 years ago. Long before I had any streaming aspirations. You, sir.
I want information.
Oh! No! I was gonna have so much fun.
Snipers ahead.
This is the best game ever made. Like, I get on a surface level why this game got banned, but like, you're not allowed to kill anyone that's innocent. The game actually rewards you for saving innocent people. But then again, you do get health by torturing people. I don't mind the puns to the degree that Viper does. So you don't have to worry about that as much.
But who knows of this island?
It does not matter, so long as they die here.
Where are you hiding? Time to I didn't do anything!
I will gut you like a fish.
Chill out.
I've got him! Help somebody!
Oh. There's the guy.
Where are you hiding, you bastard? You will die at my hands!
Oh, there we go. Oh, God. His head exploded. I forgot, when those guys with the skull icons are around, they usually surrender when there are no other enemies. But I believe that we can go back to where we were.
Let me go, asshole! Kreekhoff will kill you for this! Now please, weapons! In the supply room, other end of building.
Another ceiling fan tragedy.
I forgot about the stupid puns that he makes. So, like, again, that, like, zoom in and Photoshop filter does not change the fact that we just shoved that man's head into a fan. And maybe it's because I'm used to reading like the Garth Ennis Punisher. I've read all of the Garth Ennis Punisher comics, but I just don't expect him to be. I just don't expect the Punisher to be cracking wise. Surprise!
No way past me, Punisher! You will die today! He's here! Do not hesitate!
Why did I just fall over? That was too cool. My body couldn't handle it. Ah, fuck that. There we go.
Oh shit! Blow his head off! Meet your doom! Multiple in the assaulting headquarters! All posts in!
Someone else is here.
Probably Black Widow, if I had to guess.
Come out here before I get angry! You won't escape! Who's there? Kill the bastard! You will die!
Oh, I shot him in the balls.
He's here! Get him!
He really thought he was doing something. I know. Okay. So I'm assuming I went the wrong way. I also have the slaughter mode, the like super mode, but I always forget to use it. I mean, you're hardly the only person that does them, but I do think that that she just puts on an act to a certain extent.
Probably alerted the whole island by now.
When it comes to Tekken, everybody gets in on that.
Big snake. Wonder if it's hungry.
I will gut you like a
Oh, fuck yeah!
murderer!
Sorry. Yeah. And Blackstone is an OG homie. All right, we're in a bit of a sticky situation. I need one of them to stay alive so I can feed them to the snake or whatever. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Oh, that's right. I ran into this problem last time. This game doesn't actually have a category on Twitch, as far as I can tell. There's categories for the other Punisher games, but not this one. And I do not know why. So we'll just do games and demos. I thought it might be because it was banned, but there are games like Hong Kong 97 has a category on Twitch, which is a game you're not allowed to play on Twitch, so I don't know what's going on with it. Their database is weird. Okay, I think there's still a guy. And he's getting snaked. If you look up Hong Kong 97, and I think you'll figure out why. Why did that happen? Among other things, it shows a real dead body. Special kill. What is that about? Okay, never mind. We're just gonna interrogate him.
What's going on here?
Why would I tell you anything? I don't know anything important. You're outnumbered,
Outnumbered. So when they say certain words, Frank gets like a war flashback, which is pretty cool. I am guessing that Twitch uses some sort of external database to get their game categories. And that's why you're allowed to set your category as games that you're not allowed to play. Actually, I would be curious. We're gonna do a little bit of research. What are banned games on Twitch? There's no porn games, obviously. Even in games where you can turn off the naughtiness. You can't oh yeah, the Guy game is a game that got banned in several countries. I can't even say some of these. Never mind. Yandere Simulator is banned. I'm not fully sure why. Besides the create. Oh, okay. I should get off of this list. Kick allows a lot of shit. Let's see. I think all games with an adults only rating are banned. Second Life is banned. That list does not actually mention Hong Kong 97, but you will get in trouble if you try to stream that. Is this where we came from?
Get your asses over here now!
Oh no.
Right away, General. It's the Punisher. Who are you? This is not good. You are pitiful, Punisher.
We recently went through the first 3 Arkham games, Arkham Knight, or not Arkham Knight, Asylum, City, and Origins. I'm still waiting to play Arkham Knight. But I decided to take a break because that was a lot of... That was a lot of a single game type in a row.
Die, you bastard!
Excuse you. There is some sort of glitch going on. It is, I cannot kill anyone, it seems. Origins is not actually a bad game. It's not as good as City, and I think its major failing is that it's too similar to City. I get people that don't like Arkham Knight, but from my point of view, I would rather a game try something new than just go off. The story of Origins is kind of all over the place. Don't get me wrong, I played that game on PC when it came out, and there was a game-breaking bug that meant I had to start over when I was, like, over halfway through. So, like, that game on PC launched in an inexcusable state. And I was unable to play Arkham Knight until 2 years after it came out. But let's see. I do like Arkham Knight better, but I understand the criticisms. Oh, I shot his leg off.
Where can I find some decent
Awesome.
weapons?
You cannot make me talk. I will tell you nothing. Grenades in locker, storage room.
Arkham City is in my top 3 favorite games. They didn't even censor anything that time. Oh, there's a section in the Punisher HQ where you can look at news clippings of your missions, and there's one that I gotta show you.
Need to open them or destroy them.
Oh, that's right, I need to,
Blowing those fuel tanks might solve my problem.
I need to grab the explosives.
These might blow those fuel tanks.
Aww. I will say that I never played the Mr. Freeze DLC in Arkham Origins before, like a couple weeks ago, and that actually was pretty fun. Even though it does not live up to the Mr. Freeze boss fight from Arkham City. And again, although I don't think I've said this today, but I've also been playing the Suicide Squad game off screen because I don't know. So, like, you know, anything is an improvement.
Shielded from the front. Need to get closer.
What? Oh, he's on a machine gun nest. I thought something weird happened to his model. Johnny Can Aim, they call him. Didn't you say that that also happened with Concord? No one wanted to review that either. Man, if I could have gotten over that little hump, I would have had him for dinner.
From the front. Need to get closer.
You see him too?
It's Suicide Squad is mostly just boring. And basically just lacks a lot of the attention to detail that, like, I've come to associate with Rocksteady. Well, I remember the first that I heard about Concord was when I was browsing my PlayStation, and I got an ad for a limited edition Concord controller. And I was like, what the fuck is Concord?
Weak!
Tell me something interesting.
You will regret this. You think you're tough? Krykov hates America. He urges us to kill Americans. Huh?
That wasn't even that crazy.
What poor aim?
Releasing a hero shooter in the year 2024 for $40 is a remarkably poor plan.
You will die, and I will laugh.
Oh, that's definitely Black Widow. Who are Nick Fury?
Why the hell are you here?
Sightseeing. What is S.H.I.E.L.D. doing here?
Yeah, but try not to shoot me in the back. Let's go. Hold up, security door. I have the codes. Look alive, Castle.
I thought he was just gonna shoot the door open. We did unlock a flamethrower, but it's mostly useless. Pop your head out. Thank you.
Will die today. Why, dipshit? Spread out and start fighting. You
My melee kill button seems to be broken, so...
Just go away!
I just... Oh, that worked. Why did you step out?
Heads up, Fury. Down on the turret.
Who is that? Are you resting? I'll keep the rest busy. You get the turret. Is that him?
Hang on. Oh, he just fell over. This game is so funny.
Wrong way, Castle.
Is that him? Bastard!
Nice shot, Castle.
I really just did not like him having a working throat. It was very offensive to my sensibilities. Actually, give me 1 second. I want to change my picture to my late dog again. 1 second. In remembrance of Bill the dog. That's the wrong picture. We lost him a couple weeks ago. I think exactly 2 weeks ago, I think. Or 3 weeks ago. I don't remember.
The Punisher's here!
He was a good boy.
Sure you won't sit this one out, Fury. I have a score to settle with Krieghoff.
The race goes to the Swift, Castle, and you're none too swift. Another kill for me.
No, Krieghoff! They've made it inside! Please help!
Put shit in your pants and pretend you're a soldier. Call me when they're dead.
That man didn't on the radio did not sound Russian.
Bother me. Is that the best you can do?
Oh shit! Out of ammo!
Where are the weapons lockers?
Well, we got him as a rescue, and we believe he was like
Any weapons here?
10 or 11. He came from a
Passcode is 48326. Please don't kill me.
he came from a bad spot. But he was like his legs just fell out from under him, and he wasn't able to really walk anymore. And we just realized that it would be better to just take him to the vet.
Building somewhere.
So what are we waiting for?
Excuse me.
Messy, Castle.
I hear them coming. Get ready. I want to live.
Okay, that guy technically had his hands up, but that surrender hand motion doesn't mean anything to Frank Castle. We were in a position to take him, and elder dogs are less likely to get adopted, so it was better to just do what we could.
Poor bastard.
A lot of the people in there were trying to surrender, now that I think about it. What? Do we want to fuck with the rocket launchers, though? Of note is that Bill the dog looks very chonky in this picture, but I think he just needed a haircut. He was mostly fur.
You will die, and I will laugh. Huh? Do not let him shoot. What the hell? You. Take that, Punisher. Not you! I didn't know! Rush you! What's there? What are you doing here?
Excuse you. They seem to lose track of where you are really easily.
Stayed in Russia!
Man.
You are taking
I'll let Fury take some of the hits.
Shit! You're dead, filthy bastard!
Why did that guy just stand there?
You ever fire that weapon before, Castle?
Why did everybody explode? Or maybe I don't want to know. But that one guy was just standing perfectly still, hoping I wouldn't see him. Because Frank Castle's vision is based on movement.
Hold up! Pull your head out of your ass and get that missile active! Sir, the procedure takes time.
That is a severe turtleneck.
Armed in 30 seconds, I'm gonna use you as a condom!
What? What does that mean?
Ivanov, Bazilev, get your asses in here! Damn, I'll take fat ass, you find that nuke. This way! Attack!
Time with the little dogs. Gotta find Krikov.
There he is!
Let's try that again. Why did he threaten to use that man as a condom?
This way!
Wasting time with the little dogs. Gotta find Krikov.
And why did he not sound even the slightest bit Russian?
You can't escape!
I was hoping we were going to throw him out the window. Oh, they have vodka. It's like my desk.
You won't.
Why did he explode?
We'll see who gets the creek off first, Fury. There's the launch pad. Only one way across.
Okay, I can take the hint.
Sitting duck here. Gotta take them out before they get a clean shot.
Oh, that ragdoll was beautiful. Oh, let's see. Oh. Did that man just run around and then fall over dead? I was so close to. Oh, I was literally like a second away from being confirmed over with the level. Okay. There's a launch silo here?
Krieghoff! It's clobbering time! Favorite saying of Ting, Rodman of the Fantastic Four, big superhero in Russia. Can it? The Punisher's coming! You handle him while I arm the nuke! Okie dokie, boss. The Russian is on the case. And don't screw up again, or I'll have your head ripped off and mounted on my wall! Now, this time the Russian finishes the job.
I'll bet. Let's see, we fought Bushwhacker, who was also a boss in the,
No sign of Fury or Krieghoff.
who was also a boss in the Capcom Punisher game.
Unconscious makes my job easier.
The gameplay is very Max Payne, but that's a good place to get influence from. Is the way out over here? No. Ah, there we go. Am I supposed to blow these up? Okay, that does hurt me. What is this? Okay, that doesn't do anything. Damn, Frank Castle is defeated by his poor sense of direction.
We got to stop meeting like this, big boy.
Huh?
This is gonna hurt.
Why did that suddenly trigger the boss fight?
You are a tyrant, I give you that.
Oh, he's going Donkey Kong. Why are these barrels not blowing up?
Some obliges.
I assume that that's the puzzle here. But he's just not doing it. He certainly had time to empty them with as long as that took.
You can't do better than that.
And luckily they didn't build any ladders to this upper level, so we're screwed. Yeah, this does nothing.
Bullets are like mosquitoes to the Russian.
Apparently so. It's entirely possible that this fight is bugged. But let me see. By taking myself out. That's the canonical ending, actually.
No sign of Fury or Krieghoff.
I forgot to say earlier, but I hope that you've been feeling better lately, Sammy. But I think the ammo is in here.
We got to stop meeting like this, big boy.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, we just hit them when he's about to throw them. Okay, I was overthinking it. That talk of feeling better actually made me realize that I'm not feeling too well. It is way too hot in here. So I think... Let me check to see who I know is streaming. Oh, my friend has kind of a cursed avatar going on. I think I'm coming down with a mild fever because it doesn't. I somehow doubt that I actually am hot. What in the fuck is she playing? Let me see if we can raid into her. Okay, now. I can give her a shout out. And that'll about do us. Thank you, Sammy, for stopping by. I hope you get to feeling better. Everybody take easy and stay safe.